Today we have less than ideal conditions, but we're going to be taking a look at another disc that I've never thrown before, and that's going to be the FD1, the showstopper from Discmania. I apologize, I mean the FD. This is the Ella Hansen Glow Horizon FD. I've never thrown an FD before, I don't think. Maybe I have like once or twice, but I've definitely never thrown the Color Glow Horizon. I also brought out, if we have an opportunity, I brought out the Skywalker, an FD1. I don't know if you can tell how windy it actually is, but hopefully once we start getting into the woods, we'll actually be able to see how these discs are flying. I have no clue. This might just turn into how well can I shoot with the FD, but hopefully we can get some comparisons, have a little fun with it today. The show must go on, so that's why I'm out here. This is genuinely like playing into a tornado. This is absolutely ridiculous, but hey, we're out here regardless. We got hole one. It's gonna be 261 feet, and it's actually down and to the left. I'm gonna throw the Skywalker first. This hole's really hard to film, so I apologize. Oh, that got a beautiful skip. Still a little bit short though. Exactly what I wanted out of that one. Now let's see if we can duplicate it with the showstopper. The showstopper definitely feels like it's a little domier than the Skywalker. Get the skip. Oh, it didn't get as big of a skip as the Skywalker did, but it's down there. We're gonna play all the showstopper shots. So that is the score that we're basing this front nine off of. In all seriousness, I really don't know that much about Discmania, so if you have any insight on these two discs, leave them down in the comments. You're gonna help me, and I'm sure you'll help other people as well. Here we go, little short. Kind of leaves us with like an unmakeable putt for me. Never say never. Never, oh my goodness. What a putt. The other thing that I noticed between the FD1 and the FD is the FD1's rim. It almost has, if you've felt a passion, it has like, I always call it like an outer bead. I know it's not, I don't know what it's called, but it kind of like dips down on the edge of the rim. It's not as significant as a passion, I don't think, but with the showstopper or the FD, it doesn't have that on its rim. That's like another major thing that I had noticed. Now on this hole, I think I'm going to have to throw this pretty flat down this right side gap and then just kind of have it fade over is what I'm hoping. These tee pads are gonna be very slick today. Just like that. Wow, look at that. That was honestly beautiful. Even when you throw a good drive on this hole, you don't always get rewarded with a good upshot. Now this is a pretty close approach, and I think I'm just gonna throw a forehand putter and kind of a little bit of a spray and pray through the left gap. Beautiful. I'm so glad I've learned how to forehand putters. It's really helped my game a lot, I feel like. It almost seems like it calmed down a little bit out there, but if it hasn't, we'll see kind of how these react in the wind. This hole, I really just want to finish pretty straight, if not a little left, so that I can access a gap up there. Okay, well, I wish that didn't happen. That was awful. I guess we will find out what they do in the wind next time. Let's see if I can redeem myself with the Skywalker. I'm trying to play for score, so I would kind of like go get that if I wasn't playing for score and like throw it again for you guys, but it is what it is. Sometimes you have to see the flaws. That's what I wanted to do. Whether there's a little bit of a headwind out there or not, Skywalker just flying dead straight, didn't really hesitate to turn or anything. I got my towel on my camera, so probably should have wiped my disc off before, but here we go, shot two. I'm just trying to go forehand to the gap. First time forehanding it, let's see how it can do. Starting to sprinkle a little heavier now. I think that's be perfect if I didn't throw it too far. Oh no, that's great. If it's in short position, which I don't think it is, we have a putt. If it's down in the creek, we should be able to get up and down easy for four. We really did luck out here, so at least we have a putt. What you can't see is there is a drop off behind this basket, but you know what, we're close enough. We're filming a video, we're gonna run the putt. Yes, come on, Max. Almost hit band there, I'm not gonna lie. That was slightly scary. This one's gonna play all the way on top of the hill. Tee sign says only 279 feet, but it's gonna play a little bit further than that just because this hill you're going up is quite something. You know what? I just want to stay out of the left side rough. That's really all I'm asking for out of this shot. Usually you can just make something up when you're up there. Oh my goodness, I got scared of the tee pad, Max. That may have been the worst run up of my whole life. I was trying to miss like a puddle on the tee pad, and so I was trying to step like before it, and I think it ruined my timing. I hit my chest with the disc. That was just a terrible shot, but hopefully we can make something happen. If not, just get the 4 and move on. I'm gonna try to film this the best that I can, but I apologize that it's kind of shoddy work. If I didn't throw bad shots, then I would be able to film each hole properly. Oh, that's gonna be a putt, guys. That is way better than I predicted. So it really seems like, you know, I've only thrown a couple of forehands, but kind of getting the same sort of flight out of it as my backhand, just real straight with a nice little finish at the end. That's what it did over there on hole 3. That one I had to put on a little bit more of an anhyzer, and it did pretty well with it. Because it can get a little bit sketchy going down this, so I'm gonna film the entire thing. Oh, baby. I am sliding. All right, we might be all right. Ooh, gee, mini Christmas. All right, we're down. That's terrible. This hole is definitely not a hole for a fairway. It's in short positions, and we're already playing short tees, but hey, we'll give it a try. Straight down the middle. Maybe try to put this like on a tad bit of anhyzer so we can be a little bit more touchy with it. I don't know, we gotta have it slow down if we can hit the line. Oh, I just got a little high. Wow, it kind of like had a weird kick left. I got it high, and then the wind kind of even pushed it higher. I pushed far enough left to give myself a putt, but I think this definitely has to go on maybe a little bit of anhyzer just so we miss that tree. I don't know. Oh, I was playing the headwind. Thought those would lift a little bit more. Next hole, we are going out into the wild. We're back into the open. That hole is always windy, even when it's not windy out. Make that make sense, but it'll be interesting to see how these discs hold up into that wind. I mean, you could see all these branches moving pretty heavily right now. We're going directly out there toward that big tree in the middle. My camera might get really wet when we're out there. I'm gonna try my best to like film this entire thing, but it's already getting wet right here. Get out of it. It's actually flying nicely. I put it on hyzer and you got like an S flight out of it. And that just got beaten up. Once that got on a little bit of turn, it was all over with. All right, this is what we're left with. Trying to hurry so we can get out of the rain. Push, 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 push. Wow. I hardly threw that, and it just continued to go. I thought that was gonna be good. I threw it a little wider than I wanted to, but at the same time, I'm glad I did because that got way more left than I thought. I think the wind kind of helped us on that one. If I had my normal bag, I kind of know you don't really want to go fast into this green just because it slopes off behind the basket. That being said, I'm working with what I had. Ah, full layout. Not worth it. The only thing good about this hole is the fact that we are covered from the rain. The line is pretty intimidating, and if you hit early, it's gonna be rough. But if you do that with the skip, you might have a putt at it. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than to be skillful. Yes, back on the birdie. Let's go. 4 under, I think, through 7. Not bad. Hole 8 is going to be kind of our last really long bomber here. It is sitting at 850 feet, dead straight through the tree line all the way down there, but it's a par 5, so we have plenty of opportunity. Again, still pretty windy out here, so maybe a little bit of hyzer for these discs and hope that we don't go left or we don't go in the thick stuff right. Oh, look at the wind lift it back up. Oh my gosh, that's insane. And it went nowhere, which is hilarious. What? It didn't flip at all. I try to put on like a little bit more hyzer just because in case they do get flipped over, how the wind's flying or swirling, it kind of just pushes it down. That time, the Skywalker didn't even get all the way to flat, so that was a problem. Oh, that's gonna be so short. I don't know, I might have a right side gap to get to the basket. Maybe get the birdie, I'm not sure. This genuinely could be a horrible idea, but I see a forehand flex and I really want to try it, so we're gonna try it. Oh, I just threw that so far? Oh my goodness. That just kept going. I swear it felt like I hardly threw that. That could be OB over there. If they have a line mark, we'll play it. I thought that was gonna be perfect as long as I missed those first couple trees, which I was not sure if I did, but I did, and then it just like kept flying. That was incredible. Okay, so there's a line on the right side, but nothing going across, so I think we're technically safe. I mean, this plays as like its own OB stroke though, because I'm not gonna be able to make this. That's about all I could do, but easy par. Last but not least here, hole 9 says it's in C position, 390 feet. I'm just gonna try to pipe one right up the middle and see what happens. That's just gonna go dead straight though. Skip left. Yeah, I think that'll sit way better in a position for the up and down, but it is what it is. I actually really lucked out with the FD here. Put me right in the middle of this gap. I'm just gonna try to forehand it up there. I think the putter will get knocked down easier. Drop. Oh, let's go. I'll take a smooth 5 down through 9, I believe. Is that 5? Considering the conditions out here, I am pretty shocked with how I played. Very happy about it too. I think I'm really gonna like this FD. Super straight, but still has a little bit of a finish there. If I could get these out when it wasn't as windy, hopefully you guys can hear me. I feel like I'm trying to talk over the wind right now, but if I can get these out when it's not as windy, see some true flights to them, but it is what it is. I had a lot of fun out here with them. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you in the next one.